Today we're going to show you all how to make cassava doubles. Doubles is a popular handheld style dish comprised of 2 fried flatbreads or baras with curry chickpeas in the middle. It's usually served with various chutneys and kuchelas made from the many fruits we have here in Trinidad and Tobago. It's commonly served and consumed as a breakfast meal, but people also eat it as a snack, lunch, dinner, or late night meal. Alright y'all, so the first step for our doubles is to knead the bara, and today we're making a special type of bara. We're making cassava bara, and we're using lotus, cassava, and wheat flour. This is a blend of cassava and wheat, so they've done all the work for us. We don't need to work out the ratios of how much cassava to flour, anything like that. They've done everything, so we're just going straight into the kneading process. So if you even come in here, you can even see the little specks of cassava too. And later when we spread any bara, you'll be able to see the little specks. So here we have our flour. To that we're going in with some sugar, salt, turmeric for color, yeast and baking powder, which will give the bara that light, airy, fluffy texture. So straight into the flour we go. I'll give that a good mix before we hydrate with water. Now I know, doubles or bara could be a little intimidating for some, but this is pretty simple. And of course you all know we have the regular all-purpose flour bara recipe if you all prefer that, but from time to time we get a lot of requests for whole wheat bara and gluten-free and this and that. So cassava or yuca, as some of you all may know, is a ground provision that we eat a lot here in the Caribbean. So we just wanted to show you all bar recipe with that ingredient. Alright, so now that we have all that incorporated, I'm just running my fingers through the flour mix to make sure we remove any lumps, and just making a little hole in the middle and going in with the water. Now we want this to be a little tacky, a little soft. Yeah, so it's going to be a little soft, a little sticky. Don't get too intimidated by that. What I'll do, once they're fully hydrated, I'll just pull them to the side. And just like our granny used to do it, we're trying to clean the bowl while we work. And the remaining dry flour, see that little turmeric clump, just mix that in. Right, the remaining dry flour, we just hydrate. Because, depending on the humidity of your room, the temperature, the water, temperature of the ingredients, you may on the day need to add a little less or a little more. Right, so again, the hydrated clumps, we move to the side, and the dry bits, we hydrate with a little water. And I'm also using the dough to rub against the bowl so we could clean it. Just a little more water. As I said, we want this to be a little tacky and soft. Alright, so now what we're gonna do, we wanna coat the flour in some oil. This will help to prevent it from drying out. Sometimes flour tends to form a little scab. We don't want that. So just coat the bottom of the bowl, flip it back over. Right, and now we're just going to cover this with a warm damp cloth, cling wrap or cover, and let this sit until it's double in size. Alright, so our bara here has double in size. So what we're going to do now, just going to uncover the gas and start to make our bara. Here we have some oil to the right, heating up. You want to get that very hot. I'm just taking some regular vegetable oil and just spreading it on the counter, spreading it on my hands. What I want to do with the bara here, just pulling small size ball, just get some more oil on my hands, and I'm just taking my fingers and spreading the bara as thin as I can. Pick it up, straight in the oil, just get our tongs. And it's a very quick fry. That's it. Drain off the excess oil, straight into the paper towel. One more time. Get a slightly bigger one. I mean, the size is really up to you. Some oil on my hands. Spread it out, and for the oil you want it at around like 400 degrees Fahrenheit because this is a very quick fry. So you want to spread it as thin as possible. Get up to the flip, flip, flip. That's it. Drain out like that. Oil drain off. That's good. Now if it's your first time doing it, you may get some holes, but that's fine. Up into the oil. Flip. That's it. So we're just going to continue, add a little from time to time too. You may just have to add a little more oil on your counter because you don't want the bara to stick on your counter because when time to pick it up it might want to burst. Get your edges thin, get the pieces of specks of cassava, that's cassava in there, the roasted cassava or the dehydrated cassava. Right, pick up. Alright y'all, so we've come to the end. So here we have our cassava bara. Look at that golden yellow color. Soft, tender, so malleable it is. Our channa, tamarind sauce, mango kuchela, pepper sauce or fermented pepper sauce, and shadow benny sauce. Now, we already have an in-depth tutorial on doubles. So for this recipe, we only showed you all the cassava bara. All these other condiments and the channa, of course, you can check the original tutorial for that. Right, so the only thing left to do now is to assemble our doubles and eat. So here we have our greaseproof paper, which is a kind of traditional thing here in Trinidad. Have our bara. So that's some channa. And I mean, everybody likes their doubles differently. I tend to take mine with everything slight. If you don't know what that means, well, but it basically with all the sauces and slight pepper. I love the sauces. Sauces make the doubles in my opinion, but of course, you know, some people like it with just pepper or just the sweet sauce only, but I love it with everything. Slight pepper, not too much. And as I said, all these recipes, all the condiments are available on Foodie Nation. Right, and there you go. Cassava doubles. Again, as always, y'all, thank you all so much for joining us. If you found value in this video, please like, subscribe, share, tell your friends. We love y'all. Time to eat. Bye. Ow.